All month long, I've been letting Carnival Games pick what I read, and it's been a lot of fun. So in this weekly vlog, you're gonna see me play ring toss, and depending on what the ring lands on, each one of those little posts has a prompt on it, and I will have to pick my book based on that prompt. Just letting you all know that I am not the greatest at ring toss, and a lot of rings were thrown and not a lot made it on. I decided to play these Carnival games because I'm co-hosting Escape the Readathon this month, which is a month-long competitive team-based readathon that this year is carnival themed. Essentially, we're stuck at a abandoned carnival and there's these game masters controlling what we do, and we have to play enough games to get enough tickets to escape, and I'm on Team Game Jesters, which I'm co-hosting with Sarah from Wicked Reading. It's not too late to sign up at the time of seeing this video. You can backlog all your books, so definitely come to the best team. Me and Sarah are leading our team to victory, and so you should join the Game Jesters. But I think that's all the introductions I need to do, so let's get into our little vlog. I lost the plot this weekend, and to be honest, I'm still driving the train off the tracks. Oops. I read an entire trilogy this weekend. The Stars and Shadows series by Holly Renee. I binged it in literally 2 days. This is the omnibus edition, so it has all 3 of them. I bought it at a Polycon, but I do believe she sells them on her website. It is literally stunning, and I'm done it. I'm completed it. Overall, I gave this entire series a 3-star. It's kind of mid. There's a lot of smut in it. I'm gonna do better thoughts in my wrap up. I had a good time with it. It was an easy read and it worked really well for what I was doing and why I binged this in a weekend. So I would recommend it, but there's way too much smut. The smut is good. I mean, at one point, he's using the spine of a book to give her fireworks. And I was like, wait, what? Nick literally turned to me and was like, I need to talk to you. And I was like, wait, hold up. I'm in a smut scene and she's getting off on a spine of a book. And he just looked at me and was like, is this what you're into? And I was like, I wasn't until this point. But yeah, so like the smut is really good in this series. There's just far too much of it. I do think the plot takes a back step. Like, it's not the main focus of this story, which is fine and made it really enjoyable and bingeable, but like definitely not a new favorite series for me. I definitely preferred The Veiled Kingdom. It had just better banter. This definitely has some insta love, but like the smut makes up for it. I didn't think I was a smut reader until Holly Renee. Like, I talk about Carissa Broadbent's smut a lot. She got nothing on Holly Renee. Okay, anyways, so the reason I binged this was because this bad boy right here. I decided to pick up my Switch again, which was not what I expected to happen. I thought I'd pick it up and play Zelda for like an hour. I have been trying to make my way through Zelda, but I'm not really enjoying it. I get really frustrated at Zelda. However, I don't know why it took me literally a year, but I decided to download Stardew Valley finally. I've caved, and I have not been this obsessed with a Switch game since Cult of the Lamb. These two are like my perfect games. There's a little bit of everything. There is enough direction that I don't feel lost, but also there is the ability for me to do what I like and what I want at the same time, and like I never feel bored in the game. There's always something to do. Also, I like that I can control my days a lot and like the length of a day and things like that. I just don't get frustrated in it. I'm really enjoying it. I literally played it all weekend long straight and just listened to these audiobooks, and honestly, I'm doing the same thing today. I've given myself one more day to just play Stardew Valley. Tomorrow I have to work. Tomorrow I need to do the working work. However, I decided to start this vlog because like I need to vlog too. So let me do a little ring toss for you to pick my read, and then I'll come back and talk to you about what I'm reading. Okay, I have my things all set up, and let's do our first ring toss. I'm a little nervous. I kind of want a fan roll. I mean, that's kind of all I've been doing while playing Stardew Valley, so like I kind of want a fan roll. I think I'm gonna pick Air Fire Up. I'm supposed to be doing a read along this year with my patrons on the Wyvern tier, as we just kind of like on our own time and space work our way through Throne of Glass, and there's just like Discord chats to talk about it. It's like very unofficial. There's no like timing or everything, but I love a Discord buddy read. I love just being able to, when I decide to pick up a book, put my thoughts in it and also be able to look at everyone else's thoughts as they read or if they've already read. I just think it's really enjoyable, and it takes a lot of the pressure off of me without having like a live show and being live and having to like carry a conversation. I really just enjoy that style of buddy reading, and it's my preferred method, so I'm really enjoying doing this with my patrons. I do it for a couple different book clubs of mine, so I gotta pick this bad boy up. I did not reread Throne of Glass or Crown of Midnight, which might have been a mistake. I'm 2 chapters in, and the grief that Selena has in this book, I feel like I wish that I had picked it up right after so that I could understand that grief as well, because I do think it's well written. I just am like, oh, I forgot about that, and so like like I'm not in the same headspace as she is. That's like my one little regret. Overall, I'm vibing with it. I can't believe I just put this series down for no reason 3 years ago when on holiday. Like I liked book 1 and book 2. What was I doing? So yeah, I'm gonna listen to the audiobook today while playing Stardew Valley. I really don't know what I'm doing in Stardew Valley, but that's fine. My farm is called the Thesmar Farm. If you know, you know what series that's from. I'll give you a little hint / answer right here. And I suck. I really suck. I have some chickens. I have a cow. Right now I got some corn going because Nat told me corn is good for summer and fall. I like that you can farm. There's animals, and I also like that there is a little bit of a fighting mechanic to it. I don't know. I really like this element. Oh, and the quest that you can do for like the villagers and like trying to like befriend them. There's just so much to do in Stardew Valley. I'm shocked. I have been avoiding getting this game because I just thought it was your typical like farm sim for so long. Like I thought it was just gonna be like Farmville, like, you know, like back in the day. I loved Farmville, but I was like, I don't want to play something like that. I think Stardew Valley and Cult of the Lamb are very comparable. There is a little bit more like fighting, and Cult of the Lamb is definitely darker because you're like sacrificing your cult to get yourself success. But there is quests that you can go on from your like villagers or your cult. You have also a overall arc that you're trying to do. So in Cult of the Lamb, you're trying to like beat the 4 bosses. And then in Stardew Valley, I believe the community center is kind of like the overarching plot at this moment in time. There is the fighting mechanics with the bosses and also the mines in Stardew Valley. And there's the farming. In Stardew Valley, you have to farm for money and you have to cook to like feed yourself and heal your energy and stuff. And in Cult of the Lamb, you have to feed your villagers. So you have to do like your farming stuff for money, but then you also have to cook for your villagers or else they will starve and die. And like you get to organize it and make it pretty. These two are so comparable. If you know any other games like them, I spiral in games like this and I need more games like this. I've tried a few. I feel like in theory with the way people talk about Zelda should work for me, but there's something that I just don't like about it. I just get lost. I think the puzzle aspect might be too much for me. I tend to have to Google a lot in Zelda. I also tried Ori. I didn't get very far into that one, so I might give it another try, but I didn't love that one either. I also do own Dreamlight Valley, but I didn't play it very much. I think the Disney aspect isn't there for me because I'm not a big Disney girl. Maybe I'm not far enough into Zelda yet or Dreamlight or Ori to like really say yes or no to them. Let me know if you have any thoughts down below. I feel like I just always want to be more addicted to my Switch. Also, I'm a big Pokemon fan. I've always loved Pokemon, so I do own Pokemon, but I've played that a few times. Okay, I'm gonna go spiral and listen, and I'll update you on my farm. Ooh, I'm trying to woo Shane currently because the way that he tells me I don't want to talk to you, that gets me. Now I need to live my enemies to lovers, hate to love romance through Stardew Valley. Although I think he has lots of trauma, and I'm not sure I want that.
Can see the magic in the air. There's something about you, it's making me feel so.
Hello. I have made it to page 121, which is chapter 21 in Airfire. Really close to fall. I'm on like day 26 of summer in Stardew Valley. I have not gotten a silo yet, which was like my goal, but I'm struggling. I need to get some clay. I need to crack some more geodes open. Anyways, Airfire. I'm liking it. I'm liking the expansion that we're getting on the world building. I'm liking how much Airfire feels like we are getting epic fantasy, not just YA, like romantasy. Like there's definitely a priority to the world building and the epic scale happening in this one. However, I'm struggling a little bit with the characters. We go from, I think book 1 is only Selena, maybe a couple Kale or Dorian, and then book 2 was only their 3 POVs or 2 POVs. And then this book, we're already at 5 POVs. I think maybe 5 plus actually. Yes, 5 plus, because there was also the healer girl at one point that we had a POV from. I think I would have preferred like one character at a time being added into the progression of the story. And also I'm struggling a little bit with their voices. They kind of sound the same. This could be listening wise. I definitely prefer when we have a multi-POV'd story for the audiobook to have multiple narrators, it's just easier to tell the difference, and this narrator isn't doing like the best job at that in my opinion. So I could be struggling with that just due to the audiobook, but I'm not willing to give up the audiobook and physically read because my farm exists. I'm liking Manon. I know she's a fan favorite. I'm liking the POVs with her and the 13 and the Wyvern. Like, that is where I'm liking. Selena is kind of boring compared to that in my opinion. So interested to see how the rest of the story goes, but I'm already 30% in or something. Like, I'm gonna fly through this. Very excited to finally make a dent in this read along. I'm 50% in, and probably to no one's surprise, Abraxos has my heart. I love him. I love him so much. Also, I have finally reached fall. Gotta get my farm ready for winter. This is really scary. I got my silo, so now I have hay for my animals. It's doing pretty good in here. I need to befriend Marnie though, because the mayor's pants are in Marnie's bedroom, and I can't get into Marnie's bedroom because I'm not good enough friends. So I gotta do that. I'm about 75% into Airfire. Ignore my bookmark. It's not in the proper position. I'm just lazy. Overall, my thoughts are really good. I'm vibing with this. I definitely think it's a stronger book than the other two. I feel like the series goes from a more romance heavy plot to a more fantasy heavy plot. This book makes me feel like it's fantasy. This is adding to that epic scale, that grand scale, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I don't have a lot of thoughts about it because it's a third book in a series and I'm liking the new characters we're getting. Overall, it's just a vibe. I do think that there's a lot of epic world building in this, and SJM does not get enough credit for her epic scale world building. I feel like a lot of people crap on it, but it is really, really good. I got a package. I don't know what it is, so let's open it. Like, I don't know what I ordered at all. Oh, I do know what this is. Wait, no I don't. What the? Oh my god, Tiara! This is so nice! Oh my god! We were literally talking so much about Switch games in this video. So this is the perfect video for me to open it in. It's a Cult of the Lamb color-changing mug. Oh, what? Like, look at this. This is so fun. Oh my god. I need to open it. Oh! It's so cute! I love the graphics in Cult of the Lamb. They're like literally some of my favorite graphics. Later in this vlog, not today because I already had a coffee and it's late, maybe tomorrow morning I'm gonna have a coffee, a hot coffee, so that we can see this change colors. Also, this pimple hurts so much. I like never get pimples. I did fall asleep with my makeup on, so that's why. And I've also been eating a lot of junk. I get pimples when I eat bad food, like too much fast food pimple. It's really rough. This one really hurts though. That's it. I can't get over this. This is so fun. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Tiara. It did bring a smile to me. Y'all are the best. I lost where I put the book, but I finished Airfire. I'm giving this book 4 stars, if I'm being 100% honest here. I think I could have liked this book if I hadn't been lost in Stardew Valley. I was expecting it to be a lot more mindless than it was. Reading Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight, they were, in my opinion, mindless fanrow. The romance was very heavy of the plot. They were very easy to read. There wasn't a lot going on. So I thought Airfire was going to be a good gaming audiobook because that's what I like to listen to, like mindless reads where like they're a little bit predictable. I probably don't need to pay 100% attention. Like, that's my gaming audiobooks. Airfire was not that. This book takes the series to a whole new level. It feels epic in scope. It feels like there is so much going on. It's something that I personally haven't seen SJM do. Like, I do think ACOTAR feels really well fleshed out in like a bigger world. However, I think Airfire like really knocks it out of the park on it's going to be fantasy. It is not romantasy. This series is fantasy. And I really truly enjoyed it. I need more of Manon. I need more of Abraxos? How do you pronounce it? The way that the names are in this book, like, I know that Kale is not Kale, but he's forever Kale. Like, I know the audiobook says like Kale, but he's Kale, like the vegetable forever. I mean, I like the vegetable, so I'm actually really excited to see Kale's character arc because I know he's so hated in the whole series as a whole, and like people are not team Kale, but I currently still like him and I'm curious about where he's gonna go. And like the last the last couple pages of this book, like there's a scene where I literally was like, oh my freaking god. So I could be a Tog girly still. I didn't think I was going to be, but I think I could still be a Tog girly. Queen of Shadows, it's calling my name. I also do like Rowan. I feel like Rowan just like slipped my head. I just kind of assumed I was going to like him. I feel like SJM does a really good job for me as like, if she wants you to like a character, you like them. And I just figured Rowan would be the same way. So I liked him. I don't have a lot of thoughts about him. I think some of their training scenes were really cool. The one with the ice I really liked. There's a lot of this story that I really enjoyed, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. I'm being productive today. I am not playing Stardew Valley. It's a thing that I have lost way too much time with, and I have a lot of things to do today, but I also want to start another audiobook. So let's do a ring toss. I put a poll up on Patreon to figure out this pick. I put Fate and Furies, Lady of Shadows, The Ever King, Glow of the Everflame, and A Kingdom of Fire and Fate. These are all things that I can listen to on audiobook, and they're a little bit mindless in case Stardew makes me go down a hole again. But productivity is key today. The one that I'm really, really excited about, because I think that this could be a 5-star. I'm ready for the story, is Fate and Furies by Helen Schuer, which is the 3rd book in the Legend of Thesmar series. And the cliffhanger that book 2 ends on, it's also going to be the first book where slaying the Shadow Prince really comes into matter. Your suggested reading order by a lot of people is reading Slaying the Shadow Prince between books 2 and 3. I can tell you've already started this, and I agree that like going into this book without having read this one feels like the wrong thing to do. And I loved this one. This was a 5-star read. So if we see characters from this book in this one, I think I could really, really love it. I'm really stoked. I'm excited to see what this means for them. These two are at a point in their relationship, the trust has been betrayed, and I'm excited to see how we get past that. I typically love when the story revolves around that and secrecy and things like that. Like, I'm really, really excited to see how Wilder Hawthorne pulls it out of his pants and makes her trust him again. I'm about 25% into Fates and Furies. I'm liking it. It feels like what I expected coming out of book 2. I am liking that we slowed down on the smut a little bit. I think book 2 was very, very, very smut heavy, and we are still getting a decent amount of smut in this. It feels like it slowed down just a little bit. I still think I prefer Wilder's POVs. I just love him for some reason, and I'm liking the connection to Slaying the Shadow Prince. So far, so good. I only have good things to say. Now I'm snuggling down into bed for the rest of the night. It's like 6 o'clock, and I am starting up my Stardew Valley. It's like appropriate because my farm's name is Thesmar Farm, and I'm reading the Legends of Thesmar, so like, how could I not listen and play? How could I not? This book is actually giving me 5-star vibes right now. Like, it reminds me more of Slaying the Shadow Prince with like everything coming together and like the plot and the epicness. So, yeah, it's giving me Slaying the Shadow Prince vibes over the second book vibes. Because second book, I only gave 3 stars, but this one, it could be a 5-star. I'm loving it. I'm done the book. I'm struggling a little bit with my rating for it. The thing is, the ending of this book had me gasping. I walked into my pantry, I was listening to the end of the book, and I was like, I just need a sriracha bottle. All good. I stood there for 5 minutes with my mouth open, listening to the end of this book. I took a picture because I thought it was just so funny. Like, this is my literal reaction. I'm not faking anything. I was just like, oh my god. Helen Schuer can give me a cliffhanger really, really well, and I don't like her for it, but I also love her for it at the same time. This book, the plot progressed so much more, and like the world development, even like some of the character development, I kind of wish we saw more of the side characters. There's something just a little bit lacking in the character department for me other than Wilder and Althea and their romance together. The reason I'm struggling is because like I want to give it a 4 because I wasn't like obsessed with reading it. However, I also listened to this one, and I know that I personally struggle listening to fantasy romance books. It just doesn't always work for me. Some do, but I definitely have to be pickier, and I don't think that these audiobooks are the best audiobooks. Like, I knew that because I'd listened to a few chapters of book 2, but like I just needed an audiobook, and I was in the mood for this one, and it won the poll. So I am struggling quite a bit because like I think if I had physically read this book, it would be a 5-star because everything I wanted from book 1 or book 2 is in this book. But like I'm just not like, oh my god, this is a 5-star. And I think that's from listening to it. That's my problem sometimes. It's like I wish I had time to physically read every single book because I typically like a physical read better. It just has my whole attention sometimes. I was cooking listening to this, driving listening to this, playing Stardew Valley listening to this. I like listening to audiobooks, but I do think physically reading works better for me. But like I also like listening to audiobooks. Like I don't want to give up listening to audiobooks just because I think that physical reading is better. Like it's not that big of a deal. It's not that deep. But yeah, I'm struggling with this one, but I do think like there's so much. I think I might give it 5 stars. I'm gonna sit on it. So like in my wrap up, I'm gonna give you an official rating because I think I want to see how much I think about this book. The trial in this book, oh my god, that was a good trial. Very, 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 very well written. Seeing Althea go through things, seeing all the information we got in this book, like this just felt like so much. Like how did she stuff so much information into a 450-page book? I'm really, really impressed by this one and I'm really excited to see where book 4 takes us. I do recommend reading Slaying the Shadow Prince between books 2 and 3 though. Or just like before reading book 3, read Slaying the Shadow Prince. I did go to Michael's today. I have a little Michael's haul for you because I was running errands today and I spent far too much money. I got some new Tomboy pens. This one is the pastel version. Then I also got the cottage version. Excited just to have colors when I want them. Then I picked up a sticker sheet. Honestly, I'm really just looking for filler stickers and I never know what I want, so I kind of just committed to buying things and then if I need them, I have them. I apparently really like flowers. That's the big problem. I really liked these like gold stickers in the sticker sheet, but like these are really pretty too in my opinion, and like these are cute. I had something similar in my cart from Etsy, so happy it came in like a little sheet. Then I got just like some greenery, this like flower sheet. I told you I have a flower issue. This one, which is just black and white, which I really like because it can go with literally any color book. This is technically a planner sheet, but it's full of stickers as well. Let me show you what I bought it for because there's not a lot, but I like this moon sticker right here. And some of these I thought were cute. And then I liked all the little like star stickers. I bought just like a paper pad. I saw this one in this book and knew I had to have it. But there are a lot of pretty patterns on this. And then I just bought 2 more colors of the jelly rolls. I do really like these. I have a few of the colors, but I feel like I always need more pens. Like pens, I might have an addiction to like gel pens now. I also bought washi tape. These are like moon, star, and then these ones, which are like travel themed, will be so perfect for my Amazing Readathon spread since I am co-hosting Amazing Readathon next month. Really excited for this. I've been trying to look for like some travel stuff, but I feel like all the travel stickers I see everywhere are kind of horrendous, so I'm not sure, but these were really cute. I'm really excited for these. That's it. I gotta go do another ring toss and pick a new book. A little mid-video interruption because I have an exciting opportunity that I need to talk to you guys all about. I have the chance to go traveling with all of you. I've backpacked Thailand and Indonesia and I really, really enjoyed it, and that kind of sparked a love of traveling for me, and I would love to go to more places, and what better way to do it than go with all of you, which have been such an important part of my life, and I love talking to all of you, so I think it'd be so much fun to meet more of you in person and spend a week together, trying new food, having an in-person book club, going to some beaches and relaxing, and honestly seeing a lot of the wildlife. When I went to Thailand, we went to an elephant sanctuary. We got to like feed the elephants, and we actually had a water fight with the elephants, and it was so much fun. I would love to do more things like that that are really about helping the wildlife in those places. We definitely did our research and went to one that actually helps the elephants and isn't just a tourist attraction. But I'd love to do more things like that, and I think that would be so much fun with everyone. The thing is, in order for me to plan this trip, I just need you all to fill out a survey. It takes literally 2 minutes. It's gonna ask you what your budget is, what time of year works best for you, as well as what places you'd like to go to. And if I get enough responses, that means I get to start planning a trip, and I'll get to plan an actual destination and give an itinerary, and you know we're gonna try all the good food on my itinerary. Like, we're gonna be eating good for a week. And by filling out this form, it means literally nothing. It just says that you are interested in traveling with me. It doesn't mean that you have to go, because obviously like destination and budgets all matter at the end of the day. I'm gonna do my best to make sure everyone who wants to come can come, but please, 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 please fill out this form. It would mean the world to me, because it just lets Trove a Trip know that like I could probably host a trip and that people would be interested in hanging out with me. And I know I'm interested in hanging out with you guys. So if you could take 5 seconds of your life just to fill that out, it would really, really mean the world to me. I'm so excited. Like, I'm thinking about all the places we could go to. I really, really want to go to Vietnam. I worked at a pho restaurant and that would be just delicious. Like, I'm thinking about eating pho. Oh, so good, which is a decently cheaper place to go to, but also like Italy or Greece or Japan or Morocco. Like, there are so many incredible places that we could travel together. I'm excited just thinking about it. Now I'll let you get back to the reading vlog, but please, 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 the link's in the description. Please fill it out. I would love you so, so, so much if you did. If you enjoy my videos or anything, please just take 2 minutes. Another sequel, so I've decided to pick up the second book in the Kindred's Curse saga. The first book is Spark of the Everflame. Glow of the Everflame might be the second book. I'm about 6 chapters into this, so probably not super far in. I would probably say about 10-12% in. So far, so good. With the ending of the first book, I really, really was looking forward to diving into this second book, and it's not letting me down. I feel like the pace at the end of the first book is keeping up with the pace at the end of the second book. Sometimes I find that we end on like this high cliffhanger and then the second book starts so slowly. That's not the case. We're jumping into the action and I'm still really engaged in this story. I'm kind of loving Luthor. I mean, when we say his name, I just think Lex Luthor, but like maybe I'm into Lex Luthor. I'm into this Luthor at least. Oh God. Why do people let me talk on the internet? I need a filter. Anyways, I'm enjoying this. The first book follows our main character DM, who grew up in the world of the Descended. So in this world, once upon a time, the gods came down and they fell in love with humans, and they didn't want to watch their human loves die. So they bound themselves to their human counterparts so that when their beloved died, they also died, which left the world in the hands of the Descended. They're kids that are half mortal, half god. The Descended kind of forget that they're half human and they treat humans really poorly. The DM has grown up as a human in a poor village where her mother heals the Descended, but her mother has always told her, do not go near the Descended. But when something happens to her mother, she takes up the mantle of Descended healer. She ends up really close to some of those Descended. And we all know what that's gonna mean. Oh, I'm really far away from the camera. Crap. Well, I'll just do a little zoom. Hello, today is a no makeup day. I am really tired today, so I am feeling it, but I'm also trying to not drink coffee every day. If you see me with a coffee, don't come for me that I said that I'm not going to drink coffee today, but then I'm probably going to end up with a coffee. But like, more realistically, I'm trying not to drink coffee first thing in the morning. I'm trying to not rely on coffee to like get my body through the day. And I find like in the morning, I'm just like, oh, make a coffee, I'm tired. I'm trying not to do that. I'm probably about 40% through Glow of the Everflame, and I'm loving this. Book 1 was a struggle for me. It was a 3-star read. I found DM just so insufferable. I just like couldn't get behind her character. But in book 2, I'm like, girl, your character development, you've been through some stuff. I'm here with you. So I'm really, really loving it. Also just Luthor. Like I'm really, really enjoying book 2, and that's really exciting. Today I have sprints. My team just unlocked my second favorite game. Actually, probably my third favorite game. I did like Good Fortune, but I don't know. Good Fortune and this one are kind of tied. I think that they're different, which is like a lot of fun. In this one, we have a bunch of prompts and we have to read multiple to the fullest, but we don't know what that amount is, and I think that's just a lot of fun. I really, really like this game a lot, and of course, since we have multiple prompts, my book will work for it, and that makes it kind of easy, so I really do enjoy that. That's it for today. No other plans. Just sprint. It doesn't need to be said, but probably some Stardew Valley. Oh my god. I don't know what happened between book 1 and book 2 in the writing process, but like book 2 is 5-star vibes. The scenes between DM and Luthor in this, oh my god. Like right now they're just arguing and it's like so incredible. And Luthor is like kind of a cinnamon roll. You know, he's got like his facade that is like giving off bad boy, can't trust him vibes. But when like you're in a room with him, he's so sweet and like a cinnamon roll, and I kind of love it. DM's still stupid. She's still stupid. But like I also understand her stupidness in this one. And the way that she just like feels like she can't trust him, but like I'm just screaming at her, oh my god, this guy is perfect, just marry him already. Ugh. It's so good. How was I sleeping on book 1? How did I give book 1 like 3 stars? Like what? What was I thinking? Book 2 is incredible. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, since the last time we talked, not only have I finished Glow of the Everflame, but I'm 75% into Heat of the Everflame. This story is so good. Like, this series is the next big thing. I'm telling you right now, this is going to blow up. It is so freaking good. Like, I have no words to express how much I'm loving this. I don't know how I went from giving the first book in the series a low 3-star, DM frustrated me so freaking much, to giving the second and the third book 5 stars. Like, I will be shocked if this book isn't 5 stars. Like, I don't think you could do anything right now to not make it 5 stars. The second book I gave an easy 5 stars, like 10 out of 10. Like, the world building, the magic systems, the complexity of the discussion on war, power corrupting, on like society, and like how easy it is to be blind to things. So like we talk about the rich essentially, and how they didn't even realize what was going on in the poor, so they just like didn't care about them. And I was like, this is so deep. Like, this book gets so freaking deep, all while having this like centered romance that is so amazing. It's not toxic. Like, I love a good toxic romance in my books. Like, I love a good enemies to lovers. The way these two people fight is so amazing. Like, they have like a really good banter, but they clearly love each other and they are fighting for each other. They're never fighting like against each other. Like, they are fighting about like they're having arguments about like what they should be doing. Each one is trying to protect the other one, and like that is such an amazing experience in a book like this, considering like that's not always what we get, and there's always like a lot of betrayals and secrets in lots of these. And yes, they are those, but like also they're just like, it's different. Like, this book hits different. Like, I'm so obsessed. I'm literally so obsessed. I've just been listening to it at all times. Like, the third book in the series, Heat of the Everflame, is like 40 hours long. Like, it's so long. In my opinion, it is a little bit too long. Like, it could be shorter. Pacing may be a little bit off. However, I'm obsessed at the same time, and like, what part would I cut out? I don't know. Like, it all feels necessary, even though I think it's not all. Like, the pacing is a little drawn out. Like, we've gone to a lot of places in this book, but like, also, I'm loving it. Like, oh god, like, I don't know how to tell you. Like, pick this up. Pick this series up right now. And if you don't vibe with book 1, don't worry. I'm not typically someone that says push to book 2, but the writing quality increased, the plot increased, the world building increased. I had so many issues with DM as a character, with like her character not having enough substance, with there being plot holes in the magic and the world building and the just overall plot in book 1. And when you get to book 2, it is all really well explained. Like, everything has been filled in and it feels so well fleshed out now, and I just like, I'm kind of obsessed, and if I could go back, I might give book 1 a higher rating. I'm not going to, because I don't do that, but like, I'm just literally obsessed with the series, and I think it's going to be the next biggest romantasy. Like, this is so good. Pick it up. I'm gonna finish it today, and that'll be my last book for the vlog, but I'm gonna finish it. I have about 3 hours of listening time left, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I know it's gonna end in a cliffhanger and it's gonna break me. I think I've already cried 3 times reading this book. I'm just like meshing these two together, but just, you know, like, book 2 was amazing. Amazing. And book 3 is also amazing. I'm like obsessed. Also, I didn't play ring toss. I threw ring toss like off the table because I was like, there's no way I'm not picking up book 3 after finishing book 2. Like, I'm cheating, or I'm just reading book 3. So I just decided to just read book 3. Sorry to the ring toss gods, but like, I needed it because it's so good. Please, 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 please pick this series up. Also, the audiobook, chef's kiss. I don't typically love a fan wrote audiobook because there's something that they do in these. They're not all good. This one is really good. I can't get over this. I literally can't. Oh my god. I don't even know if I've told you what the series is about, but I've rooted the dishwasher to make that disgusting noise. I don't know if I've told you what the series is about, but like, I've ranted too much. It's 5 minutes of me just gushing over this book already. I'm gonna cut it down to like 2, but like, still. Read this damn series, it's so good, and I'm gonna be heartbroken and book 4 is not out yet. What am I gonna do? How am I supposed to go on with my life after this one? Like, really, please, somebody tell me how I have to indefinitely wait for book 4. Mistakes were made because I binged the series a little too early, but also y'all should make the same mistake I made because this series is gonna pop off. I'm telling you right now, it's popcorn, it's the Jiffy Pop on the stove, and it's going and then it's gonna like because it's so good. This was an easy 5-star for me. I really enjoyed it. I really liked the world building and how much it all just went. I also really like the found family aspect in this, and I really loved in the whole series as a whole the discussion on bloodlines and how blood does not equate family. I think there's something really special with Diem and her family and what that means. Adopted family and things like that. There's a really beautiful, I think, conversation on all of that, and I really enjoyed that take on it. I think that this is such a good fan row. It hits deeper than a lot of the other ones I've read. There is such intense world building. Like, I am obsessed with the world building in this and how like the gods have children and the children are cruel, but like there's the different like areas that the magic works, and if you go into someone else's like area or land, your magic stops working. And I think that there was just such like intricate footwork done. I cannot, like, please pick this up. Luther is so good. Also, the side characters in this, they're so fun. I love all of them. I think they're funny. They have personalities. They really work for me. I need you to all read this series. Like, please do it. If you ever picked up one fantasy romance from me, like, pick this up. I think it might be like right under Serpent. I really liked this, like, a lot. Like, I think I've been thinking about this for like a long time. Reading this made me realize that the third Blood and Steel book was easily a 4-star because I did not feel this way about that book. That one was definitely a 4. But this series, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 20 out of 20, 100 out of 100, maybe 1,000 out of 100. Like, this is my shit. Please read it. Other than that, that's the end of this video. I'm going to be starting another weekly vlog where I play balloon darts. And if my hand-eye coordination, you can tell anything by in ring toss, it doesn't get much better for balloon darts. So good luck to me. If you made it all the way to the end of this video and you'd like to leave me an emoji just to say you were here, leave me something you can toss. And if you'd like to watch another carnival game vlog from me, I'm gonna leave one on the screen right here for you to check out.